All right. Hello, everybody. Just looking at some names and who's here today. We've got a few more people coming in. That's awesome. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Megan. Hi, Janice. I'm Megan with Ocean Rehab and Fitness, and I will be teaching today your fitness class. I'm here every Thursday at noon. For those of you that are new, sometimes you get a guest named Coach Sierra, but for the most part, it's me on Thursdays at noon, and we are going to do about 50 minutes of movement. So for today, what we're going to need is optional, some type of small ball for some release work. If you don't have one, that's okay. You can use your hand. Okay. And then we're going to need some type of a band. Oops. Some type of a band, TheraBand, band with handles, preferably a bit lighter for today. And then we are going to use a couple soup cans or / cans of something or light weights. If you have some pain going overhead, you always have the option of not using any weights. So have these like at your side, and you can always decide if you're going to do the movement with or without weight when we get there. Okay, these can also be dumbbells if you have dumbbells. And then the last thing we're going to do today, or use today, is our dowel. Okay, so this can be anything. It could be a broomstick, a hockey stick, a dragon boat paddle. Just make sure it's wider than your shoulders. Mine's a little bit longer. Okay, those are the things we're going to need today. So today what we're going to do, we're going to spend a little bit of time in our warm-up and mobility to start really like exploring the different shapes that the spine can make and all the different ways it can move. So if you have rods in your back or you're working with something like that, just do your best. You can bend and move in the areas of your spine that is available to you. And if you have no issues with it and you're just feeling maybe tight, that's kind of why we're doing this today. So be kind to yourself. Don't worry what it looks like. We're all going to look different. Just use me as your guide in terms of the movement, okay? And it will be a little bit slower today, the spinal movement, so you can try and do your tempo with me. And that way you don't have to think too much about what's next. You can just kind of follow along, okay? And then after that, we're going to just get into some full body resistance. So we've been tapping into the lower body lately for some of our participants that are able to. And even if you don't have full movement in your lower body, there's still a lot of benefit to making that mind muscle connection and really focusing and visualizing what you want to have happen. So I'm going to keep like talking about that and bringing that up because I do think it's very important. And so regardless of what you're able to do in your lower body, this will benefit everyone, okay? All right, so to get started, you can either use a ball. I'm going to demonstrate with this today, but you can also use your hands. So we're just going to be palpating certain areas just to get warm, okay? And we're just going to work right here. We tend to be pretty tight in these pec muscles. It's a pretty generalized tightness. So whether you're in a chair or whether you're sitting at a desk working all day, a scooter, maybe none of that, right? Maybe use walking crutches. The pecs tend to get really tight. So we just really want to work on these and open these up to give us a little bit more movement for later on. Okay, and once again, because I do see some more new names in here, if you have any comments or questions about anything we're doing, the chat box is available to you, and I will look in it after I've done any movement and answer your questions. Okay, good. So just working right in here. This arm is relaxed, so just make sure that opposite arm is just hanging at your sides. And then today we're going to go right into the other side. Okay. Getting right in there. Trying to find spots that feel a bit tight or tender or a bit like a guitar string almost. That's kind of where we want to be. Okay, working right in there. Okay, and then this next one, you can use the ball. You can continue using the ball. I personally don't like the ball for this, so I'm going to set it down. But you're just going to get right into the traps. So the trapezius muscle runs like all up in here, like into the neck, into the mid back. So just try and find somewhere along here from your shoulder to your neck, an area that's feeling a bit tender, or maybe feels a bit like a guitar string or a rock, right? We want to kind of try and just mobilize that. And another method you can actually use if you really want to get in, you can actually pinch. I don't know if you can see my hand, but you can actually pinch the muscle out, and it doesn't feel nice. But if you are really, really tight there and you're just not getting anything, just try pinching that muscle and separating it a little bit. And that can actually be a really good way to relieve any headaches that you might get, tension headaches. So I'll let you guys decide. You can do your seesaw with the hand, you can do little self-massage circles, or you can get real serious and you can just start pinching that muscle up and out and get some movement in there. Okay, awesome. So once you've done that side, you're just going to shake out that neck a little bit and just notice how this feels on that side. And then we'll do the other side, okay? Keep going. Cool. Okay, a few more seconds here. Oh, Kimberly, they are not on YouTube. They are actually just going to be found on the ConnecTogether and BC Moss Facebook page. And Michelle, if I have that wrong, if she can find these videos on YouTube, can you give her the link? But I'm pretty sure they're just on the Facebook page. I hope that answers your question.
Sorry, was that Kimberly? I can send them to you, Kimberly.
Yeah,
the link. Yeah.
She wrote it in the questions box.
Oh, the questions. Okay. Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so now we're gonna get into some neck movement. So we're gonna think of, like, we're gonna paint a big half circle with our nose. So really important that you think nose, okay? So don't worry about what your neck's doing. It'll do what it needs to do. Nose, draw a big half circle, and then end at the other side, and then other way. Big half circle, other side. Big half circle, other side. Big half circle, other side. And excellent. One more each side. And again. Nice. Last time, back over. And good. Now we're going to go up and down. So we go up with the chin, get the bottom jaw on the top, bring it back to center, and then that same tuck, and then center. Good. And up, and center, and tuck your chin, and center, and up, and center, and tuck your chin, and center, and again, up, and center, and tuck your chin, and center, and last time here, and tuck, and center. Good. Now we're going to tip here, and up, and tip, and up. Make sure your chin is back. We don't want to hang the head forward, which is what most of us are used to doing when we're not thinking about it. And up, last set, and up, and up. Nice, good. Okay, shoulder rolls coming backwards. 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8. This is 9. And then we reverse it, coming forward. 1, 2. Really move those shoulder blades. And 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now we're going to do some shoulder squares. So we're going to think of lifting the shoulders up. So we elevate the shoulders and then depress, relax down. Sorry, not depress, just relax them to neutral. Then we're going to depress down. So it's as if someone's pushing your shoulders to the floor. So you saw how small that was? Boom, just small. And then relax. And now you're going to shrug or protract the shoulders forward. So it's like we're concaving that chest and we're protracting. And then back to center. And then we're going to retract, which is just like a scap squeeze. So we're going to try and squeeze those shoulder blades together along our back. Feel this open up, and then neutral. Okay, we're going to do that 4 more times. Here we go. Shoulder blades go up. Notice how my arms aren't doing anything. It's all in the shoulders. Neutral. And then depress down. And then neutral. Protract forward. And then neutral. And then retract back. And then again. Good. Inhale up. Center. Depress down. Center. Protract forward. And center. And then retract backwards. And center. And again, coming up. Last time. Center. Depress down. And center. Protract forward. And center. Retract back. And center. Nice. Now we're going to reach up and over. So reach up and over. And then you're going to reach and tap the floor to the other side, or as far as you can. Maybe it's just your knee. Maybe it's the floor. Maybe it's the rim of your chair, whatever it is that you have. Up and then cross over. Good. Cross body movements. Up and cross over. Get nice and big. Reach and over. Good. And reach and over. And again, reach. Exhale over and reach and over. Let's do 4 more here. 1, getting that blood flowing, getting some movement here. And 2, this is 3. And last one, 4. And good. Bring those hands back up to your shoulders. We're going to go elbow circles. 1 and 2. Nice and big. 3 and 4. This is 5, 6, 7, and 8. This is 9, 10. You're going to kiss and go back. 1. Good. 2. If you can't touch, just try. 3 and 4. Reminder, we're still sitting tall or standing. 6, 7, 8, 9. And kiss last time. Here we go. Now we're going into our spinal movement. So we're going to do our first, which is flexion extension. So cat-cow all the way down. This should be familiar to many of you. Think of looking at your shins. Tuck that chin. Slowly rolling up. That's flexion. And now we're going to extend. So hands behind you if possible. Eyes to the sky. Shoulder blades in your back pockets. And you're trying to make a big C curve the opposite way that you just did. Deep breath, come back down. Tuck that chin all the way down. We're doing 5 of these today. Moving nice and slow if you feel lightheaded or you have a low blood pressure. Slowly rolling up. Nice and slow. You might be slower than me, and that's great. Hands behind you, shoulder blades in your back pockets, heart and eyes to the ceiling. Deep breath here. And then we go again. Tuck that chin, rounding the spine. This is 3. Deep breath to come back up, sitting as tall as you can. Hands behind you, eyes to the sky, heart up to the ceiling, and lift. Get those shoulder blades down and back. Big deep breath here. And coming down for 4. Tuck that chin. This should feel really nice. Okay, there shouldn't be much discomfort here, except maybe feeling tight. Like I said, if you're working with rods, just do what you can. You might not be able to do the full cat-cow, and that's okay. Hands behind you, everybody's going to look different. Eyes to the sky, heart up to the ceiling. We have 1 more, folks. Here we go. Tuck that chin, round the spine, all the way down. And we slowly roll up. Hands go behind you. Eyes up, heart to the ceiling, lift. Good. Now we're going to do rotation. So we're going to take the hands and we're going to sweep across, take a big grab of something. So it could be your thigh, your chair, and you're going to rotate and look over your shoulder for 4, 3, 2, 1. And then we sweep again. Sweep. Big arms, grab whatever's on your left side, rotate looking over your shoulder for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Sweep all the way across, reach, grab, look over your shoulder for 4, 3, 2, 1. And again, reach, slice that air with your hands, grab. We're just trying to make big shapes in space. 3, 2, 1. Deep breath here. And again, slice those hands across, grab the sides, look over, getting taller. 4, 3, 2, 1. And again, sweep all the way across and looking over your shoulder, getting taller. 4, 3, 2. This will be our last set. And reach all the way over, sitting tall. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Last time. Reach, slice right across, grab your side. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Okay, so that was flexion, extension, rotation, and now we're going to do lateral side bend. So we've done this one before. You're going to reach out and away, make big shapes in space, arch up. I'm reaching my hand up and over my head. My armpit is exposed to the ceiling. So I'm not rounding this way. I'm opening up my side body. 3, 2, 1. Up and over, other side. Reach. Make as big of shapes in space as you can. Good. Nice gooey stretches for that side body. This feels awesome. 3, 2, 1. Reach up and over. We're going to be doing 8 of these, so hang in. Reach up and over. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And coming up, other side for 4. Up and over. Reach. 2, and 1. You're halfway. Get nice and big. Reach as far as you can. Every reach, you've stretched a little more, so we should get to be able to stretch a little further and reach further with our hand. In a perfect world. 2, and 1. Reach up and over. Awesome. Coming back. This is 6. Exposing that armpit to the ceiling. Pulling up out of your shoulders. 2, 1, and reach. Up and over. 7, 3, 2, and 1. And again, reach. Up and over. And 3, 2, 1, and then big reach out and away. Awesome. Very nice. Okay. We're just going to get moving down here a little bit. So if you can see my feet are flat. Okay. And what I want you to do is think of lifting a heel up. So I call these Barbie toes. So you're going to think of lifting the heel as high as you can, and the foot stays flat on the floor otherwise. So we're working, you should be feeling some tension in here, and then down, and lift, and down. Remember, if this isn't accessible to you, you're going to look down at your foot if you can, and I want you to try. And you can even try assisting and just helping lift that leg a little bit, okay? So think of ask what your body, what you want it to do, try visualizing it, help if you need to. Okay, you can also always put a band around here, and the band, if you look at this, you can also help lift with the band a little bit if you need a little bit of help, okay? So that's a variation. Let's do 5 more here. 1. Don't worry if you're doing the same amount of reps as me. I'm just doing a few so that we can kind of all get some work done here. And again, 4, and nice. Okay, and then we go to the other side. So we're here, lift. Remember, you can put a band in to help if you want, and you can help assist, or you can use your hand. Okay, whatever is accessible to you. And 7, 8. Good, a couple more here. 1, 2, and excellent. Okay, Now, I'm going to face sideways so you can see me, but you don't need to move. We're going to take it a step further. So you're either going to go right into a leg extension, seated, or you can take your leg, put it out on your foot plate to start, and do a leg extension from out there. So it's a little smaller of a range of motion. Okay, otherwise we're from here and we're going kick and then back in. Okay, I'm going to do 10. Do what you can in the time that it takes me to do 10. Okay, here we go. And down, sitting up tall, abs engaged. 2, 3, and 4, and 5. Breathing. 6, 7, good. And 8, and 9, and 10, and excellent. Okay, I'll turn just so that you can see me. So we can either be here to start, or you're going to kickstand that leg out so you can always help it and start with a shorter arc here. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Sitting up tall. And 2, and 3, and 4. Good. Don't worry about being at my pace. Just do what you can. And 6. Feeling this muscle right here. 7. All these muscles. 8. And 9. And this is 10. And I'll wait a couple seconds while we finish that up, because some people are going to take a little longer, and that's fine. Okay, good. All right. Here we go. Awesome. So last thing down there before we get into some more circuits up top, you are going to have either your legs just plain, or you're going to grab your band and you're going to tie a band around the upper thighs, or lower thighs, I should say. I'm just going to be lazy and hold it like this so that I don't have to create more knots. If you have really, really high spasticity in your inner thighs, you're going to take something like a ball or a foam roller or something, and you're going to put it in between your knees. And then your goal is to try and drop it to the floor. Okay. So that's if you have really high spasticity here, which means it's really hard for you to open your legs. Okay. Otherwise, we're going to do these abductions here. Okay. And then if you need the extra resistance, that's when you bring the band in. Okay. So I'll demonstrate with the band today. I'm going to do 20, okay, and I want you to just keep moving for the time that I'm doing this, or 20. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Sitting up tall, abs tight, open, and then smoothly in, and open. And be honest with yourself. If you can't hardly move the band, I don't want you using it. I would rather you get movement in your legs, because we need to move the legs to get these muscles to work. So if you're only getting like a few inches of movement with the band, I want you to take it off. Okay? And I want you to just do open butterfly with those knees as best as you can. Okay? I'm halfway, I think. I really shouldn't try and talk and count at the same time. And 2. Okay, 8 more. Make sure they're going out at the same time so your knees are even. 4, and even if you need to help one a little bit, you can always add a little assistance. If you have a more affected side, you can always give some assistance. There's nothing wrong with that. 9, there's still lots of benefit. Okay, I'll do one more for a good measure, and then slowly release. Excellent. Okay, take the band off if it was there. We're going to transition it right to our upper body. I hope we're feeling warm. So now we're going to do an external shoulder rotation, and we're going to set it in a series. So we're going to come in. So thumbs are out, palms are up, elbows are in at our rib cage. Okay, and we're going to be doing a seated external shoulder rotation. So we want to think of hitchhiking those thumbs out and away, and then bringing them right back in, and the elbows stay in at the rib cage. 2 and 3. Okay, I'm going to do 15 here. 10 to 15 is your rep range today for this. And Kimberly, if you didn't see already, the link to last week's video is in the chat. And 10, and that's for anyone else that missed last week. And 12. Okay, last 3, 1 and 2 and 3, and relax. Good. Put that band aside. We're going to do some lateral tips with our dowel. So these are called T-tips. So if you're an insider, or if you're on Ocean Insider Club, all the names of these exercises are on there, and I'm trying to say them so that you can always go back and look. Okay? If you're not sure what I'm talking about and you want to try it out, you can join us for our spring cohort, which I'll talk more about at the end, but we have opened registration. So if you're interested in that, keep that in mind and I'll give you the info at the end of today. Here we go. So we're lifting up and we're going to have it right above the crown of our head. So the dowel is right up here. Okay, and you're going to tip to the side and then come back using your core and then tip to the side and then come back again. Good. So tip, notice how I'm not just doing that with my arms. I'm keeping my arms solid and I'm tipping from my waist. Good. And tip. And tip. And tip. That's it. Let's do 8 more. This is 8. Keep those shoulders down away from those ears. 7. Do your best. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And then 1. Good. Come back in. Whoo, lots of shoulder work. Now we're going to do a rotation. Last one in the circuit. Hands are here. Belly button is tied to an imaginary string, which has a dowel. And you're going to rotate, but only as far as your belly button can go. Okay? So our feet are flat in the floor or flat in the foot plates, and we're not moving the hips at all. So no wiggle parties. Okay? It's all the rotation is coming from your torso. Nice. 9, 10, I'm halfway. Exhale, 1, 2, sitting up as tall as you can, 3, 5, 6, 7, this is 8, 2 more, 9, and 10, and take a little breather. Good. Grab a sip of water, and then we're doing that whole circuit one more time. So external shoulder rotations with the band, T-tips with the arms overhead, and then rotations. Okay? Questions or comments? Now's the time. And here we go. Band ready? 3, 2, 1. And we break that band, keeping those elbows in at the ribs. Okay, the closer your hands are together, the more challenging this will be. And 8. Good. This is 9 and 10. Last 2 for me. And good. Okay. Put your band aside. Grab your dowel for T-tips. Cute, Janice. Okay. Come on up. And tipping over and center. Tipping over. Center. You're welcome, Kimberly. Over and center. Over and center. Over and over. Good. Keep those arms up as best as you can. If you need breaks, you can always bring your arms down and then put them back up. 10 and 9 and 8, 7, that's it, and 6 5. Keep the neck long. 4, 3, 2, breathing 1, and bring those arms down right in front of your belly button. Here we go. Imaginary string tied. Here we are. Exhale, rotate. Sitting up tall. And 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, and 8, 9, and 10. You're halfway. And 1, and 2, and 4, 6, this is 9, last 1, and 10, and relax. Awesome. Okay, you're done with that circuit. I'd like everybody to go back to their band, and we're gonna do a row variation. So I'm gonna be putting this under my feet like so. So I'm gonna step on the band, okay? And if you don't have that, you can put the band under your wheelchair, under the front wheel casters, or right under, just hook it onto something, okay? And then we're gonna be doing a row. So when I'm up here, I'm gonna be putting something if I need it. If you need more support, you can always put something, this is a little big, but a ball or a little pillow, you can put just to keep us a little bit more lifted. If you have your full core and you feel like you can do a nice hinge without rounding in the spine, you don't need to use anything, okay? So when I'm down here, I'm grabbing the ends of the band, I'm staying nice and tall, okay? And I'm gonna think of rowing my arms back, and I'm doing a row. So I'm looking at the floor, I'm squeezing my shoulder blades, and I'm tipped way forward, okay? 5, 6, I'll do a few more reps so everybody can catch up, but ideally I'd like you to do at least 10. And 9. Good, I'll do 8 more here. And 2, 3, 4, 5. That's it. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, and relax. Awesome. You can just leave the band down there if that's easier for you. Okay, we're gonna grab our cans or your light weights or whatever it is that you're using. Okay, and we're gonna do some alternating overhead presses. So today's presses are gonna be in this position. So we're having our elbows making a 90-degree angle. If you need a little more stability than that, if you're not doing so well with your both hands up, that's okay. I want you to put one down and you're gonna hold on to something with this hand below, and you're just gonna do one at a time, okay? Otherwise, we are alternating 1, 1, and that's 1, okay? So we're gonna do, I'm gonna do 30. So once I hit 15, I'm gonna let y'all know so that if you're doing the one arm at a time, that 15 mark is where you need to switch, okay? Or if you're not at my tempo and you wanna do maybe less, just count. Whatever you do on the one side, you're gonna repeat on the other side, okay? Lots of options. Here we go. So my thumbs are facing forward, my elbows are up, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Getting tall, abs are in, spine nice and long. Focusing on your breathing. Okay, I am already halfway right here. Do what you can. This is also where you can have no weight, right? We might not need any weight. Five more for me. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, I'll let you finish that because I did move quite quickly. And then we're going to add one more to that circuit. So dips. So hands are going to be on the rims of your chair or at your sides. Elbows are going back. If you know dips aren't the one for you, you can either do your tricep extension that you might know, or you can go on the floor and do your skull crushers on the floor if you know those, okay? Otherwise, you're doing dips with me. Hands are right next to you, elbows are back, okay? And it's okay to pitch forward a little bit, because especially if you use a wheelchair and you do your own transfers, pitching forward is part of the movement you need to transfer. So feel free to pitch forward. We just want to stay tall when we do it, so we don't want to round forward. So tip forward with a nice long spine, get your hands there, elbows back, and you're going to push yourself up and then slowly go down. Good. And again, push yourself up and slowly come down. And push yourself up and slowly come down. This is only going to be 10 for me. 5. Make it less if you have any thing in your wrist going on. I don't want anyone to hurt their wrist doing this. A good rep range is typically like 6 to 8. I'll just do 10 so it takes a little longer for everyone to catch up. Okay, last 2. And down. Good. Notice how my shoulders don't rise up. So when we do a dip, we're not shrugging like we did at the beginning of our warm-up. The shoulders stay depressed down, and it's all, the elbows are extending and then the elbows bend. Elbows are extending, elbows are bent, okay? Shake that out. So that is our series of 3 today. So we have our bent over row with the band, alternating overhead alternating overhead press, and then we're gonna do our dips / variation that you're doing if you have a different one, okay? Get some water. I'll give you about 20 seconds to get situated, and then we're repeating all of that together. Questions or comments? Now's the time. All right. People are doing well apparently, so let's go. So coming back down, reminder that my band is tucked under my feet. Okay, tipping forward. Remember to have something right here, like a pillow or something if you need it. Okay, spine nice and long. Here we go in 3, 2, and 1. And 5. And squeeze those shoulder blades. Looking at the floor, keeping the back of the neck nice and long. I'm going to do 5 more here. Exhale, pull. 2. You shouldn't feel anything in your neck here. If you do, we need to talk about it. And relax. Good. So if we feel anything in the neck, make sure that you're really tipped forward enough. If we don't tip forward and we try and row, it's just all going to be traps. Okay, so that's a little hint for some of you if you feel anything in the neck. Okay, overhead alternating press. I'm going to leave the band down there. I'm not sure why I brought it up. Here we go, getting set up. Reminder, you can do one side at a time if you need to. Otherwise, we're here. 3, 2, and 1. I'll try and slow it down this time. Breathing. Keeping those elbows high. This is halfway if you're doing a single arm. Time to switch. Ten, good. Last 5, 4, collarbone wide. 3, 2, and 1. Bring those in. Excellent. Put those aside. Okay, we have our dips. Hands behind you or right beside you. Okay, elbows are back, shoulders are down. Here we go. And lift, and down, and lift. Breathing. Okay, I'm doing 4 more here. 6 to 8, remember. And lift, and again, and lift, and again. Excellent. Okay, one more break, and then we are doing one more round before we move on. I'll give you about 25 seconds. And then we're starting back at your bent over row for the last time today, okay? All right, here we go. So coming down, tipping as far forward as you can, having support on your lap if you need to, grabbing your band. Here we go. Eyes on the floor, core tight, and 3, 2, and 1. Drive those elbows up, squeeze those shoulder blades. That's it. I'm going to do 4 more. 3, 4, and done. Take the band out. Awesome. You can actually just put it aside. Okay, overhead, alternating. Here we go. Or a single arm, whatever you want to do. 3, 2, and 1. Watch your elbows if you can. I know you probably can't see yourself because you're watching me, but you could always try this in the mirror and make sure that your elbows aren't dropping low. So notice how I'm keeping a 90-degree angle with my elbows. Okay, coming up on halfway right here. Breathing, getting taller. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And we're done with the cans. Good. All right, last time with the dips. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Come on up and down. 4 and 5. Do as many as you can safely. 6 to 8 is a good rep range for dips. Okay, hopefully you're getting higher than me because I'm sinking into a couch. Last one here. And take a break. Good. Okay, we're not using any more equipment, but we are going to get in a little bit more, just some bigger movements for these next few minutes. Okay, so we're going to be doing nice big overhead reaches and then cross body, and then we're going to do some jacks just to get that heart rate up a little bit here at the end. Okay, so side, we're going to do side reaches. 1 like we did before, but it's a little quicker, and I don't need you to go all the way out and around. It's not really for the stretch. So it's going to be quick, and then other side, quick, other side, quick, other side, quick, other side. Okay, so that's 1. 10 of these. Then we're going to do the same thing we did in warm up, and then tap, up, and then tap, keeping that spine long for 10. Then we're going to take the hands, bring them up, clap, and then you can either clap your hands below your legs, or you can just clap the sides of your thighs or your chair. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Reach and center, reach and center, reach and center. 4. Try and just be smooth with your movements. 7. Exhale, 8, 9. Use those feet. Feel planted with those feet. Let them help you. Now we go cross. 1. Spine long. 2. And 3. And 4. Breathing. 5. 6. 7. Do your best. That's all that matters. 8. Nice and smooth with your movement. Don't throw anything away. 9. Controlled. Last one. 10. Get ready for your jacks. Here we go. Up, clap. And I'll tap mine underneath. 2. And 3. Should hear yourself clap at least once. 5. Breathing. 6. 7. 8. This is 9. And 10. And take a little breather. Good. We have one more round of that before we end today. Okay? So get your water, do what you need to do, and then we're doing that again. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1, and reach for 10. 2, 3, getting taller. 4, feeling planted in those feet. Push the foot plates or the floor away. Really side bending for 3, reaching up and over. 2, and 1. Now we're cross body. 1, tap. 2, tap. Keep that spine long. 3, tap. 4, tap. 5, and 6, and 7, tap. 8, last 2, and 1, back into your jacks. Last time, here we go. Clap, clap. Remember, I'm tapping under my thighs. You don't have to do that. Tap whatever works for you. Good. I have 2 more. Keep breathing. You're almost there, everybody. And done. Relax. Good. Shake out those shoulders. We're going to do a little bit of a neck stretch today because we did do some overhead. So I'm going to set a timer. And first neck stretch is going to be tucking the chin, and we're going to look down at an armpit. Okay, and we're holding that for 30 counts. And slowly release, other side. Tuck that chin back first, and then looking down at your other armpit. Reminder, you have to be nice and tall or you won't feel this. Okay, on the clock. If you need extra and you don't feel this, you can always grab gently and just gently pull the top of the head. Only if you need it. Breathing. And slowly rolling up. Good. Okay, last one is just going to be straight on trap. So you're going to grab something here or give yourself a sexy triple chin and then hold. This is your last stretch today. Trying to breathe still, even though it's kind of hard in this position. Try breathing through your nose. 10 seconds left. Awesome. Slowly release. Beautiful. Okay, that is our workout for today. I am going to post in the chat right now the link if anybody wants to join our spring cohort. If you wanted a little bit more one-on-one training with me, if you're not sure what that is, the Disability Foundation is sponsoring quite a few people for the next 3 months to work with me online. So if you have done this before, you actually get another chance to sign up. So I will send I just posted the new application. It's just a little survey you have to fill out, and you will be put on the roster because right now we're taking any newbies and then anyone that has done it in the past. So I know there's a few of you in here that have asked. So there's the link if you want to sign up. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, but you want to learn a bit more if it's right for you, I'll stay on for a few seconds or a few minutes, I guess, and I'll answer any questions anyone has. Otherwise, I look forward to seeing you all next week. Thank you.